Brandon.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Have a seat. Alright, so how's your day going today?
It's going well. It's
Besides
a nice rainy morning.
Yeah,
I like the
besides the
rain.
rain. Do you?
I do.
Why do you like the rain?
Well, it helped me
Yes,
sleep.
Yeah, but now you gotta come in here.
It was nice and rhythmic.
So was it hard to get up this morning?
No, it wasn't. I listened to the rain all night. Every time I woke up, it was pouring.
It was hard for me to get up. Alright, so you have some content for me you wish to share?
The e-portfolio?
Okay.
Do you want me to walk you through it?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Alright, my introduction here, and if you want to click the photo, it's a signed introduction. It'll link to the YouTube for it. Credentials page. Pop out with my resume. And after following anything that's written, will be a PDF downloadable copy as well.
Nice, nice.
Do you do the philosophy statements? Is that a common thing to see? Our purpose and what we're doing? Okay, I'll show you them. And then it'll go through the philosophy, 5-year goals, my experience, so transcripts, and these would be my certificates from the military.
Really a vet?
I
Are you still in it?
am a veteran.
So are you still in it?
I am not. I was active duty for 4 years, and then I was reserves for 2 years and finished it. And these are examples of sign language work, voice to sign and sign to voice.
Okay.
They'll play on the page. It won't link you. Some
Good.
references with reference letters, reference contacts, and then these are terms and conditions for interpreting for hiring. A contact page that links straight to my email if the phone number is not the contact that's preferred.
Right. Alright, so let's get into this interview. Alrighty. So, first, again, my name is Brandon. I'm with Total Quality Logistics. I am a campus recruiter. For TQL, been there for 2 years. I started off in sales, so I actually transferred this year into recruiting. So I'm kind of fresh, but still a vet now.
Right.
So that's a little bit about myself. So tell me a little about you.
Well, I'm a veteran. I've said that one. After the Army, I came back home. I'm from Cincinnati.
Okay.
And,
Me too, born and raised.
Mhm.
I'm with you.
Well, raised. I was
Raised.
born in Iowa, but
Iowa.
I've been here as long as I can remember.
Okay.
So I came back actually for political science. I joined the military not knowing if I wanted to do sign language or nursing, and I was fortunate enough in the military to get Arabic and medic. I was a medic, and I learned Arabic for 10 months, so I was able to have language and medical, and I came back thinking I'd try political science until I took a sign language course, and then I realized, oh, this is exactly what I want, and I changed my major, and I've taken a linguistics course since. I've always enjoyed language, but once I took linguistics, especially this past semester, was my last linguistics class, and I know that's my focus now. I just started the application process for Gallaudet University, the Masters in Linguistics program.
Great. So, I don't know exactly what you want to interview for today. Let's say if we offer sign language at TQL.
Let's do that.
What do you know about our company?
I am gonna have to say I don't, and I was gonna ask before. I was gonna Google it before I came, and we were in a rush to get back in the interview room. So, yes.
So, if the job requires travel, do you have like an updated passport?
I do have an
You do?
updated passport. I thought I was going to Italy last summer, so I got my passport ready, and I didn't. I went to Gallaudet University instead, and but it's always ready now.
Good, good. So, I see you love sign language and you're in the Army and reserves. What is your proudest achievement?
That would be joining the military itself. I am not from a military family whatsoever. I had no idea what I was getting into. I'm a school person. I love school. So going from college, because I left college for the military, to the military was something very outside my comfort zone. And it's an experience that led to many experiences that have made me a much better person than had I stayed in school alone. So that would be joining in the military.
Okay. Alright. So give me an example of a time where you had to think outside the box.
Well, we make presentations. It seems like a simple thing, but our last semester we had to make our final presentation comparing ourselves from the beginning of the semester to the end of the semester, and using Prezi. So we already knew what our format was, but rather than taking the normal Prezi and just using a template that they provided, I created I think it's a really nice one that should be a template, comparing myself and the layout. I could show you it if you
That's fine. So if I was to call your last manager or your last employer, what would they say you need to improve upon?
My last job was at a pharmacy.
Okay.
And the testing and everything I did very well on. Maybe innovation for new ideas, because I always do the job ahead of me that's been given to me, and I'm not sure if for them I created anything new to help ease anything that they had. We had many hiccups in the pharmacy, so speaking up about innovation, innovative ideas.
So, name two traits that you do not currently have, or two traits that you wish to improve on.
Being able to speak up immediately when a thought comes without the fear of judgment, I guess, for a new idea. Sometimes I'm worried about speaking my thought process out loud without having it completely formed, and then the moment disappears. And more direct leadership. I'm good as becoming a silent leader in a group. Like if it's a group of equals, I tend to be looked towards for the leadership. It's just been something that's always happened. It came natural to me, but probably more direct leadership where I'm actually set up as a leader.
Okay. So, I heard why you chose your major. What's the biggest impact on your career? Or what has been the biggest impact?
For interpreting alone, it would possibly be my mom. She doubts me many times, and sometimes that pushes me forward. That pushed me forward through the military. That pushed me, her doubting me in this pushes me to be better, to prove myself more. So, it's a good motivator.
Yeah. So do you prefer to work independently or with a team?
For interpreting, we work independently often, but I highly value collaboration, especially afterward. sometimes I know working in a team, you tend to see perspectives that you didn't even know you didn't know. So I enjoy working alone depending on myself, but collaboration is so valuable.
Right. What are your salary expectations?
We work, for an interpreting, it's generally about starting around 24 an hour, so hourly rather than salary.
Okay. Cool. What do you miss most about your last job?
The pharmacy, being around the medications and like not in that crazy way.
Let's
Just
say throw me off a little bit.
because I came from a medic background in the military, just still being in the medical field, I guess. Nursing wasn't for me, but I enjoyed being around the medical field and just familiar terminology and knowing what's up and coming in the medical field.
Tell me about a time where you had difficulty with a coworker and how you resolved it.
When I first deployed to Iraq, I deployed as civil affairs with my Arabic language. And in a support team, which I was in, it was an unnecessary position. And I could have gone through many days doing nothing. And that was difficult for me. So I had to approach, I had 3 people above me, and that was it in my team. And I had to approach them and ask them if, I tell them I don't find this necessary and I want to be a medic again. And I became a medic.
Okay. So is there another time maybe you wasn't seeing eye to eye with someone and maybe you got into it or maybe you didn't and it was just a crazy situation?
In the pharmacy, it's a very tight place, and there was many times that people weren't seeing eye to eye for that. I'm really into speaking up immediately and directly about it rather than the whispers and letting it build. I know a new person came in, Brandy, and she just started taking over everything and telling us like how we had to do everything, and so I had to talk to her and be like, well, we have everything laid out for a reason and we need to follow how we're doing what we're doing, but and let her know that I told her that if she had ideas though to please go to our pharmacist because she was also the lead and tell her, but like we have to follow